stand up and cheer and wave for all these drivers, and especially for Monty Caralines, number 17, and for all he brought to midget racing, he gave to us. Thanks, Monty. Rest in peace. Thank you very much. And now we'll get the drivers back into their 2-wide order. And we'll try to do what Monty would have wanted, and that is to keep your eyes on those guys, as the guys in the front have to hold it nice and clear. One more time around, I guess. Wanted to get the back of the pack straightened up. This will be it. Next time by, they get the green flag. Resco, Joey Coy are all ready to take the green flag. Here we come out of four, the race is on. John Farrell from the outside takes the lead into turn number 1. Leads him down the back stretches. Keith Botello comes through into second. 3 wide, 4 wide in one spot into turn 3. Everybody makes it through. Down the front stretch is still John Farrell, Keith Botello, Mark Bonomo. Rustor high on the outside, tries to get around Chuck Welling, can't do it, goes inside and gets him. Takes over 4th. Farrell, Botello, Bonomo, Storr, Welling, and Scally are the front cars down the backstretch now. John Farrell still out in front, but Storr gets his nose under Bonomo. Can't quite do it though. Bonomo holds him off, tries to go inside of Botello. Bonomo goes far enough inside. Storr tries the outside, hangs on to turn 2 and makes it. Takes over the 3rd spot. Mike Seymour now is under Chuck Welling for 5th spot, trying to get in there through turn 3. Storr now goes to the outside of Botello. It's Farrell still out in front. Still out in front. Ed DeVoe having trouble, is way in the back, slowing down, about to get lapped. Farrell, Storr, Botello, Bonomo, Seymour. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 down the backstretch. Chuck Welling now gets caught behind the lap car, and Joey Coy gets by him. Joey Coy took over the 6th spot right there. John Farrell, Russ Storr now moves to the outside, going to try slingshot down the backstretch, but Farrell goes outside and can't do it. Storr dives to the inside. Going into turn 3, he has the lead. Here's your leader, Chuck Storr in the 26th. Mike Seymour now goes under Farrell, takes over 2nd spot. Tries to make it under Storr, but can't do it, going out of 2. Joey Coy is up to 4th behind Farrell. As Mike Seymour dives under Storr, takes the lead away from him, traps him behind that lap car, moves him way out. Has the 71 with Matt O'Brien at the wheel, goes down a lap. Ed DeVoe now drops out as Jim Miller having trouble too. Mike Seymour, Russ Storr, 1 and 2. Joey Coy has come through into 3rd, and Drew Fenoro is 4th, and those guys open up a little lap distance between the John Farrell, the 5th place car. Joey Coy now goes under Russ Storr and takes over 2nd spot. Drew Fenoro's going to try the high side. No, he doesn't. He drops low as they come out of turn 2. Down the backstretch, Fenoro's on the inside, takes over 3rd, moves Storr out 1. Mike Seymour is your leader in the red number 1, going down the backstretch, followed by Joey Coy in the 94, Drew Fenoro in the 45, Russ Storr in the 26, Mark Bonomo, the rookie, in 76, is still holding on to 5th, ahead of John Farrell, Bobby Seymour, Jim Miller, and Keith Botello and Chuck Welling. Your battle up in the front as we've got 4 cars almost under a blanket as Mike Seymour puts another lap car between himself and his closest pursuers. Russ Storr has dropped back a little. He's running a comfortable 4th all by himself as Joey Coy and Drew Fenoro are battling it out for 2nd, trying to catch up with Mike Seymour. Mike Seymour is having it all his way right now as he goes by the go as Mike Seymour leads Joey Coy, Drew Fenoro, Russ Storr still holding on to 4th, but Mark Bonomo is catching up with him. In 5th, Bobby Seymour is now in 6th, and he's catching up on those 2. John Farrell still holds down 7th. Keith Botello in the 62 is 8th. Paul Wallace in the 6 is 9th, and Chuck Welling in the 69 is 10th, and Paul Scally. Mike Seymour in, comes out of turn 2 one more time. Keeps that lead. He can't extend the lead, but he hasn't had it cut any either as Drew Fenoro is looking to the inside of Joey Coy. That's your battle for the points championship for the Northeastern Midget Association. Coy and Fenoro are well out in front of the pack for the points championship. Whoever ends up in front here is probably going to be the leader. Fenoro and Coy bump wheels going into turn 2. Coy gets knocked knocked out to the outside, but is okay, is able to recover and keeps the spot. Bonoro works him high, tries to drop in underneath him and can't do it, as Mike Seymour in the one is now in heavy traffic. Mark Bonomo is now in fourth. Bobby Seymour is in fifth as Russ Storr continues to have trouble and drop back. Here's your leader, Mike Seymour, out of turn 2 with 4 laps to go, outside of Chuck Welling. Bob Resco now is also moving to the outside and is causing a little problem for the cars right behind him as Joey Coy and Drew Finoro have to follow Seymour around the outside there. Bonomo's all by himself down the backstretch now. Bobby Seymour behind him doesn't seem to be able to close on him for fifth. 2 to go for Mike Seymour, who's trapped way down inside. And Joey Coy gets under him and can't do it. Joey Coy got right under him at that point. Joey Coy does get under him now, and the lap car is in the way as Mike Seymour moves to the outside with 1 to go. They come across side by side. Seymour's on the outside. They go 3 wide, and Coy takes the lead. Down the backstretch, now Finoro comes underneath Mike Seymour. Seymour gets pushed way to the outside. Scally spins. Finoro makes it by Coy. Seymour is second. Something happened to Finoro as he must have broken something in that spin, and he fell back to third. Well, it was a little slow there in the middle of the race, but nobody can argue about that last lap.
Great action, I'll tell you. And I'm sure we'll hear it from the fans. What do you think, fans? Weren't they great? What a show they put on.
Boy, I lost track of what happened right behind them, because in all that scramble, I'll bet there are a couple of more positions changed. So I'm hoping the scorers will have something for us quickly as Gary's down on the track. We'll take a minute for Joey to get his hat off so he can hear you. There's another veteran of the 3/4 midget ranks, and boy, do those guys learn how to drive in traffic. I know you guys hit the TQs here once or twice a year, and they really learn. Joey's got his hat off now. He can hear you. Let's have a big cheer and turn it over to Gary.
Well, Joey Coy picks up his second victory on the 1996 season, and what a way you did it here at Riverside Park Speedway. You did it on the final lap to take that away from Mike Seymour.
Well, a few weeks back, I was racing Jennerstown, Pennsylvania. I had to feature one until the last lap, last corner, and I lost it in lap traffic. Tonight, it was my turn to go in lap traffic.
I'll tell you, what a job you did threading that needle through that lap traffic. Were you worried at any time with that slower traffic?
Well, me and Drew Finora made a little contact down here in the corner, but after that, the lap cars were working to my advantage. When you're in second place, the second place car has the chance to go where he wants, the leader doesn't.
Now, when you come to Riverside Park Speedway, how fast are these cars going here?
I would say about 110 down the straightaways.
110, and what a job you guys did. How about a big round of applause for Joey Coy, taking down the NEMA Midget win. Let's send it back upstairs.
Right you are, Gary. What a finish. We're
Just won it. And Mike Seymour came across in second in the 1. Then Drew Finoro in the 45 coasted across. Something happened to him. Bobby Seymour did take advantage of that lap traffic to take fourth away from Mark Bonomo, the rookie, who did one heck of a job coming home in fifth in the 76. Well, I hope you folks liked that. I certainly did. I'm glad I came.
we're glad you came too. Absolutely.
And we thank you very much for all the hospitality. Once again, you folks have just been great to us. We look forward to coming back again next year and for every year after that. We'll see you sometime during the fall. Thanks a lot.
Okay, thank you, Dick Monahan, and all the members of NEMA, the Northeast Midget Association. We're delighted that you could be with us again here in 1996.